Hi, I'm Nathan Hassall, London-based saxophone teacher. In this video, we're going to be looking at the hugely important chord progression in jazz, that of the chord 1 to chord 4 movement. We're going to be improvising over 2 dominant 7th chords with 2 bars on each chord. This time though, I want to work on the chord progression in 2 different ways with you. The first way is to get you improvising using purely chord tones, as doing this will help you build accuracy into your soloing as you will convey the chord progression clearly. Doing this is also great ear training for you, and so it's something that I work with a lot of my students on when they are learning tunes and their chord progressions. It's great practice. The second way is to get you improvising using 2 mixolydian modes. Using a full scale when you improvise will help you play in a more flowing and linear-like style, and it will also give you more options and colours to choose from. However, with these increased note options comes the risk of you sounding vague or getting lost and missing that chord change, so be careful. Therefore, when you improvise using the scale, I still want you to try and plant a chord tone at that moment that you move into a new chord. Doing this will help you sound more convincing as a soloist, as it shows the listener that you know where you are within the chord progression, and this is ultimately what we mean by the term playing the changes. The ability to weave a line through a chord progression whilst outlining the movement of the chords is a hugely important one for us to master if we are to become convincing and stylistic improvisers. So, in this exercise, tenor and soprano players are going to be playing over 2 bars of a G7 chord, moving to 2 bars of a C7 chord. And that's therefore going to be 2 bars of a D7 chord, moving to 2 bars of a G7 chord for alto and baritone players. Firstly, I recommend that we play through the chords and their arpeggios. Here's the arpeggio for the first 2 bars, just for 1 octave. Now I also recommend that you get used to playing the arpeggios over the full range of the instrument, or as much as you currently know. And now here's the basic arpeggio for the second 2 bars. And again, the full range arpeggio. Now, let's try the mixolydian modes. So here's the mixolydian mode for the first 2 bars. Again, just for 1 octave. And again, I also recommend that you try these as a full range scale, or as close to it as possible. And then here's the mixolydian mode for the second 2 bars. Again, for 1 octave first. And then again, across the full range. Once again, the notes will be on the screen at the times you need them, but the more you have these scales and chords internalized and can play them fluently, the easier you'll be able to improvise with them, and ultimately, the more creative you'll be able to be. In this video, when playing along to the track, we'll be trading 4 bars each, and for the first 4 times, I want you to try and improvise using purely the chord tones, and in the second 4 times, I want you to improvise using the mixolydian modes. Once you can improvise accurately over the track, if you'd like to have a go without me, in the description you'll find a link to where you can download a free PDF chart and MP3 of the backing track for you to practice along to. These videos are getting more and more like proper jazz, and so keep up the great work, take your time and just enjoy yourself. Certainly, I find jazz and improvising completely addictive. The more you do, the easier it'll become, and then the more you'll want to explore. For me, there's absolutely nothing like that moment of spontaneity and creation. I absolutely love it, and I want you to love it too. Once again, if you'd like to know more about me, please do check out saxophoneteacher.co.uk, and please do like and subscribe. Right, let's get to it.